concept of the power of starting over is a powerful and liberating idea. Each day when we wake up, we have the chance to rewrite our story and shape our day the way we want. This concept reminds us that regardless of external circumstances, we have the power to choose how we react and how we want to live our daily journey. When you wake up, you're faced with a blank canvas, and it's an opportunity to set your mood and intentions for the day. However, we often let factors outside of our control, such as traffic, weather, or even other people's actions, influence our mood and our perception of life. Understanding and embracing the power of starting over means taking responsibility for our own happiness and well-being. Instead of letting external circumstances determine how you feel, you can choose how you respond to them. This choice is a crucial step towards creating a life more aligned with your values and goals. This also implies accepting that mistakes and failures are part of the process and that each day is a new chance to learn and grow. Taking this opportunity to start over can bring a sense of renewal and positive energy to your life, allowing you to move forward with a new perspective and a lighter heart. By embracing the power of starting over, you also allow yourself to overcome challenges and free yourself from the limitations imposed by past events. It is an invitation to leave behind what no longer serves you and to adopt a mindset of growth and renewal. Each morning when you wake up, you have the chance to set your intentions and priorities. It's an ideal time to reflect on what's important to you and adjust your approach according to your goals and dreams. This intention-setting practice can help create a more focused and productive day. Additionally, by recognizing that you have control over your responses to external circumstances, you become more resilient. This means that even when we face obstacles or adverse situations, we can choose how we react to them. This type of mindset not only helps maintain an emotional balance, but also strengthens our ability to deal with life's challenges. It is important to remember that starting over does not mean ignoring or denying difficulties. Instead, it's about recognizing that each day is a new opportunity to do better, learn from past experiences, and move forward with a renewed approach. Continually practicing the power of starting over can transform your perspective and make room for a more fulfilling and authentic life. By doing so, you also inspire those around you to adopt a similar mindset, fostering an environment of growth and positivity. The concept of choosing to react refers to the idea that even when we face difficult or challenging situations, we have the ability to decide how to react. We often get carried away by emotions and automatic reactions, but it is possible to interrupt this cycle and adopt a more conscious and balanced stance. First, it's important to recognize that our emotions, although intense, are only one part of our mental state. By taking a moment to reflect before reacting, we can assess the situation more clearly. This time frame allows us to choose a response that is not guided solely by instincts or momentary feelings, but by a more rational and considered approach. Adopting this practice can bring several benefits. For example, by responding in a more centered and calm manner, you can improve the quality of your interactions and decisions. Instead of reacting impulsively, you can choose a response that aligns with your values and goals, promoting a more harmonious and productive environment. Additionally, this conscious choice about how to react can reduce stress and improve your emotional resilience. When you become more skilled at managing your reactions, you have more control over the impact that external situations have on your inner well-being. To develop this skill, you can start by practicing self-observation and mindfulness. Take time to notice your emotions and thoughts without judging them, and use breathing techniques or meditation to help you stay calm in stressful moments. With time and practice, you will realize that you have more control over your reactions and can choose to respond in a way that promotes your personal growth and harmony in your relationships. As you continue to develop this ability to choose your reaction, it is essential to cultivate self-awareness and patience. Self-awareness allows you to recognize when you are being swept up in intense emotions and helps create space between the stimulus and your response. Patience, in turn, is essential to allow you time to reflect and make more considered choices. A useful technique to strengthen this practice is visualization. When you anticipate a potentially challenging situation, imagine how you would like to react in a positive and constructive way. Visualize yourself remaining calm, responding with assertiveness and balance. This practice not only helps prepare your mind to face these moments with more confidence, but it also strengthens your ability to act in accordance with your values and goals. Another approach is self-reflection after events. After a situation where you have had the opportunity to choose your response, take time to reflect on what worked well and what could be improved. This analysis is not to criticize yourself, but to learn and adjust your strategies for the future. Additionally, practicing self-care can help keep your emotional state balanced. Feeling good about yourself, both physically and mentally, makes it easier to manage your emotions and makes it easier to choose more thoughtful responses. This may include healthy habits such as a balanced diet, regular exercise and adequate sleep, as well as activities that promote mental and emotional well-being. In everyday life, start small. In everyday situations, try applying this approach of consciously choosing your reaction. By dealing with small daily challenges or irritations, you begin to strengthen your ability to remain calm and respond in a centered manner. Over time, this will become second nature, and you will find that you can handle more complex and stressful situations with a more balanced and calm perspective. Reminding yourself that you have the power to choose how you react can be a powerful and freeing reminder. This awareness of choice can not only transform the way you deal with challenges, but it can also enrich your life experience, bringing greater satisfaction and harmony in your interactions and decisions. When we face a situation that we consider unpleasant or stressful, our body reacts automatically. This occurs due to a release of neurotransmitters and hormones, such as adrenaline, that prepare us for a fight-or-flight response. This mechanism is an evolutionary inheritance that helped our ancestors deal with immediate threats. Imperturbability, on the other hand, is the ability to remain calm and serene, even in the face of disturbing events. Cultivating this quality involves developing an internal state of peace that is not easily affected by external circumstances. This means that even when we face challenges or uncomfortable situations, we can maintain our composure and act in a balanced manner. To achieve imperturbability, it is useful to practice stress and emotion management techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, and conscious reflection. These practices help regulate the body's chemical responses and strengthen our ability to respond calmly, instead of reacting impulsively to adversity. In essence, imperturbability is about finding a point of internal balance that allows us to face life's turmoil with a sense of calm and clarity. Developing imperturbability also involves working on our perception of situations and learning to interpret events in a less reactive way. This means adopting a more conscious and less automatic approach to our thoughts and feelings. Instead of letting negative emotions dominate, we can cultivate a perspective that allows us to respond in a more balanced and rational way. An effective practice for this is self-observation. By observing our own thoughts and emotions without judging them, we can gain clearer insight into how we react to situations and what our emotional triggers are. This awareness process helps us identify patterns of reactivity and develop new ways of dealing with them. Furthermore, cultivating imperturbability often involves deep inner work, such as self-acceptance and developing resilience. This means learning to accept imperfection and uncertainty, recognizing that we often have no control over external circumstances, but we can always choose how to react to them. Practices such as gratitude and positive visualization can also be helpful. Gratitude helps us focus on what is positive in our lives, even in difficult times, while positive visualization allows us to imagine and mentally prepare ourselves to deal with challenges constructively. Ultimately, imperturbability is about developing a mindset that allows us to navigate through life serenely and effectively, regardless of external pressures. It is a skill that requires practice and patience, but can significantly transform our experience of life, bringing a sense of peace and control, even in the midst of chaos. Practicing awareness and internal control is essential to managing your emotions and thoughts more effectively. To start acting more calmly, even when faced with situations that may bother you, it is essential to develop greater awareness of what is going on in your mind and heart. First, observe your thoughts and emotions with a keen eye. Often our feelings are impulsive and can be reactive to external stimuli, but by increasing your awareness, you begin to recognize patterns and triggers that may be influencing your emotional state. When you feel the emotional charge building, a helpful technique is to breathe deeply. Deep breathing helps calm the nervous system and create space between the stimulus and your reaction. This gives you the opportunity to respond in a more considered and controlled way. Connecting with the earth, that is, being present and grounded in the moment, is also crucial. It may be helpful to practice grounding exercises, such as walking barefoot on the grass or focusing on the sensation of your body in contact with the ground. This can help bring your attention back to the present and reduce the intensity of emotions. Always remember that you have control over your state of being. Even though we cannot control all external circumstances, we can choose how to react to them. Developing the ability to perceive your feelings and choose your responses is an important step towards achieving greater internal balance and living more consciously. Meditation and mindfulness. Regularly practicing meditation and mindfulness can help increase your awareness of your thoughts and emotions. Meditating, even for just a few minutes daily, can improve your ability to observe your internal experiences without letting them dominate you. There are different meditation techniques, such as guided meditation, breath-focused meditation, and mindfulness meditation, each offering specific benefits. Emotions diary. Keeping a diary where you write down your emotions and thoughts can be an effective way to explore and better understand what is happening inside you. By recording your experiences, you can identify patterns and trends, which makes it easier to practice self-reflection and self-knowledge. Breathing techniques. In addition to deep breathing, other breathing techniques such as diaphragmatic breathing or 4-7-8 breathing can help reduce anxiety and calm the mind. These practices help restore emotional balance and increase control over your reactions. Relaxation practices. Incorporating activities that promote relaxation and well-being, such as yoga, regular exercise, or hobbies that you enjoy, can be beneficial. These practices help release built-up tension and promote an overall feeling of calm and control. Self-compassion. Practicing self-compassion is crucial to maintaining a balanced internal state. When facing emotional challenges, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a close friend. Self-compassion helps soften self-criticism and create a more welcoming space for personal growth. Developing resilience. Working on building emotional resilience can improve your ability to deal with stresses and adversity. Facing challenges with a learning and adapting mindset strengthens your ability to maintain internal control, even in the most difficult situations. Thought analysis techniques. Developing the ability to analyze and question your thoughts is also important. Cognitive behavioral therapy techniques, such as identifying and restructuring distorted thoughts, can help create a more balanced and less reactive perspective. As you dedicate yourself to the practice of imperturbability, that is, the state of remaining calm and serene in the face of adversity, you will begin to experience significant changes in the way you respond to situations and people around you. Imperturbability is a valuable skill that develops through an ongoing practice of self-control and self-observation. When you operate from a frequency of inner peace and centeredness, the impact of situations and people that used to bother you lessens considerably. This happens because your internal energy, now more stabilized and calm, is not easily destabilized in the face of external provocations. In other words, you are more aligned with your own center of balance and less susceptible to external disturbances. This process of transformation involves a change in your perception and reaction to circumstances. When you are centered and at peace, your responses to challenges and conflicts are more balanced and less impulsive. Instead of reacting with anger, frustration, or anxiety, you respond with clarity and understanding. This allows you to deal with challenges more constructively and effectively. Practicing stillness also helps you create an internal space where you can reflect and choose your responses consciously. This practice not only reduces stress and emotional reactivity, but also contributes to a greater sense of control and personal fulfillment. Ultimately, by transforming your responses and approaches to challenges, you create a more harmonious and resilient internal environment, capable of facing adversity with more serenity and wisdom. Practicing imperturbability can also positively influence your relationships and social interactions. When you maintain a frequency of inner peace, your presence becomes a point of stability and serenity for others. The people around you may feel this calm and be more receptive to more open and respectful communication. This can result in more harmonious and less conflictual relationships, creating a virtuous circle of peace and mutual understanding. Furthermore, as you transform your responses and challenges, you begin to realize that difficult situations are not just obstacles, but opportunities for growth and learning. Instead of seeing them as problems to be avoided, you see them as opportunities to apply your imperturbability skills and expand your ability to face and overcome adversity. This shift in perspective can lead to greater personal and professional development, expanding your problem-solving skills and improving your resilience. Another important aspect is that, as you become more centered and unflappable, your confidence in yourself also tends to increase. With greater mental and emotional clarity, you are able to make more assertive and well-informed decisions. The confidence that comes from inner peace can be reflected in your actions and behaviors, projecting an image of competence and security to others. Ultimately, the continued practice of stillness can lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. When you learn to deal with challenges with calm and poise, you experience a greater sense of control over your life and your circumstances. This feeling of control is not about dominating the world around you, but rather about dominating your own mind and emotions. This inner mastery contributes to a feeling of lasting peace and genuine happiness, regardless of external conditions. In short, by transforming your responses and facing challenges with imperturbability, you not only improve your own life experience, but also contribute to a more positive and harmonious environment around you. Challenges and opportunities for growth are fundamental themes for personal and professional development. When we are faced with challenging situations, it is common to feel a rush of emotions, such as stress and anxiety. However, it is important to re-evaluate these situations not just as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. Facing challenges in this way allows us to practice detachment and responsibility. Detachment in this context refers to the ability to maintain calm and clarity, even in the face of difficulties, and not allow oneself to be dominated by intense emotions or impulsive reactions. Responsibility is taking ownership of our lives and our decisions, recognizing that we have the power to shape our reactions and results. When you're faced with a challenge, instead of reacting impulsively, try taking a more reflective approach. Ask yourself how you can use this situation to develop emotional and practical skills. Each challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your emotional muscles, that is, the ability to deal with complex emotions and adversity in a constructive way. Turn challenges into opportunities to grow. See them as moments to learn, adapt, and evolve. This can lead to greater resilience and a greater understanding of yourself, promoting a journey of continuous and meaningful growth. The approach of turning challenges into opportunities for growth not only strengthens our emotional abilities, but can also open doors to new perspectives and experiences. When we face a problem with a growth mindset, we begin to see solutions and possibilities where before we only saw obstacles. An important aspect of this approach is reflection. After overcoming a challenge, take time to analyze what you learned from the experience. Ask yourself how you responded, what worked well, and what could have been done differently. This self-assessment not only helps solidify lessons learned, but also prepares you to face future challenges with more confidence and effectiveness. Additionally, by seeing challenges as opportunities, you can develop a more positive attitude toward adversity. Instead of fearing what's coming, you prepare to face situations with an open mind and a willingness to learn. This can transform your approach to problems and create a cycle of continuous growth. It is also important to recognize that not all challenges will be resolved quickly or in the way we imagine. Sometimes the journey to overcoming an obstacle can be long and full of difficulties. However, every step taken, every small advance, is progress towards your personal development. Adopting this mindset can not only improve your resilience, but also positively impact other areas of your life. By learning to better deal with challenges, you become better able to seize opportunities, stay focused on your goals, and grow as an individual. This way, you create a solid foundation to face any situation that arises with renewed confidence in your ability to transform and grow. The concept of redefining perception and narratives is deeply tied to how we interpret and make sense of events in our lives. The central idea is that events themselves are neutral. They have no intrinsic or emotional meaning. What really defines the experience is our perception of these events and the stories we build around them. When you can distance yourself from the personal narratives you've created about a situation, you can see it more clearly and objectively. This means recognizing that your emotions and reactions are often constructed from personal interpretations and beliefs, rather than being direct responses to the event itself. For example, if you face a challenge, you may perceive it as a threat or as an opportunity for growth, depending on how you interpret the situation. By looking at these narratives more objectively, you can 1. Staying calm. By understanding that your emotional reactions are influenced by your perception and not just the event, you can cultivate a more balanced and calm attitude. 2. Respond in a balanced manner. With a clearer and more objective vision, it is easier to respond to situations in a considered and rational manner instead of being guided by impulsive reactions or those based on fears and insecurities. 3. Reshape narratives. By realizing that narratives can be rewritten, you have the power to change the way you see and react to events, making them more aligned with your goals and values. In short, by redefining perception and narratives, you gain greater control over how you live your experiences and how you respond to them, which can lead to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Radical openness and full presence are profound concepts that relate to how we experience life and the way we relate to our own thoughts and emotions. Radical openness involves a complete and unreserved acceptance of life as it is, without trying to resist or control external events. This means being willing to expose yourself to all experiences, whether pleasant or challenging, with an attitude of curiosity and acceptance. By adopting this stance, you allow things to flow naturally, without the need to manipulate or fight what is happening around you. On the other hand, full presence is the state of being completely focused on the present moment, without allowing yourself to be distracted by thoughts about the past or future. It's the ability to be fully engaged with what's happening now, rather than getting lost in mental rumination or worry. Learning to act as if nothing disturbs you does not mean becoming insensitive or indifferent, but rather developing a way of being so deeply immersed in the experience of life that you become less affected by emotional and mental fluctuations. This does not mean that you ignore your emotions or thoughts, but rather that you position yourself as a conscious observer of these experiences. True inner peace comes from recognizing that you are not your thoughts or emotions, but rather the consciousness that observes all of this with tranquility. In other words, you perceive yourself as the observer of these internal processes, which allows you to maintain a sense of calm and balance, regardless of external circumstances. By cultivating radical openness and full presence, you begin to connect with a deeper, truer way of being, where peace does not depend on external conditions, but rather on your ability to be present and accept life in its entirety.